Well, we know there's a lot of new stuff happening for the big 50th anniversary of PCMR, but it's not limited to what's happening on the hill. Here at Jan's Rennstall, things are new, popping off for the 50th year. I'm here with the main man, Eric Bowler. How are you, brother?
Doing good. How you doing today?
Good to see you, man.
Welcome back.
I'm going to do pre-congratulations because you're going to show us some trick new gear, huh?
Yeah. I've got 3 new toys that are really cool. Makes tunes just spectacular, fast, easy. Yeah, and they're sharp.
Sharp is good.
Yeah, sharp is real good.
All right, let's get after it.
Cool.
So, machine number 1, Rennstall Trim Jet? Is that right?
The Trim Jet. The Trim Jet's one of their almost industrial style size race edger. Okay, goes anywhere from your narrow race skis all the way with a pull of a button to your widest of snowboards. Okay, anywhere from 0.5 to 2 on the base bevel, anywhere from 1 to 4 on the side edge. So this really does do a bunch, and it's fast, easy, and like I said, it makes them sharp.
See, so this really is the perfect commercial application for what you guys are doing here for a whole season.
Yeah, for sure. It gives us the quality that we need from our edges when we're setting bevels, as well as just doing sharpening and waxes, all the way to our Chimera snowboards that we do post-production on. So it does do a lot of work for us, for sure.
Very cool. So machine number 1, we got more to check out, huh?
Yeah.
Let's move it along.
Cool.
All right, so we covered edges. What's up next?
Now we're covering bases. This is kind of where everything starts here. This is called the Rennstall Base Jet. This actually is what's called a base extruder. It'll put a whole layer of PTEX on the ski, depending, there again, on what you tell it. This is, again, an automated machine. Just push a button and go, unfortunately, but it works great. With this particular machine, you can do either skis. Your extra button would be, or your fat ski mode would be your extra, and then you have your snowboard mode. Okay? Have medium damage, minimal damage, and then what we were on, heavy damage. And that's just from hitting a couple of buttons. With our color, we can do black and clear. We can do clear only or black only. The heads there's 2 different heads on this machine, so there's never really a mix of the 2 different colors. The black and the clear always stay apart, so you never get it looking too muddy. Let's see if we're ready here. Okay, we are almost ready. This does heat up. The heads of this machine actually get to about 300 degrees, so yes, it's hot. You don't want to get your hand on it. Nice thing about it, though, is you never really have to come close to it. So when this button stops blinking, we're ready to go. You just have to hit it. It'll self-clean. Look right down there. You got a self-cleaning. So the heads automatically are clean when the machine comes across. Comes to the very end of the ski. Automate it so it self-measures. And then right now we're applying the PTEX. We have it on heavy damage, so there is quite a bit of PTEX coming out, but when the camera comes to the back end here, you'll see that there's really not that much of PTEX on it. Very easy to scrape.
Doesn't look like it's a super heavy layer.
No, super fine. Like I said, 300 degrees on the heads of this machine, also with about probably 300 pounds per square inch of pressure as well.
Wow, that much pressure.
Yep, you want to get that PTEX hot and pushed into all the crevices so it actually stays.
That makes
sticks.
sense.
Yeah. Doing this by hand, a whole entire ski that's really beat up, is ending up probably being about anywhere from 30 to 45 minutes. This we just did in, 45 seconds?
Could you have imagined when you started doing this work that you would be to this point where you could rock through this many skis and deliver great service?
No, never. I mean, in the early days, it was 1 ski at a time. You're dripping PTEX. You're looking at 2 or 3 hours per pair, no matter what. Now it's 20 minutes per pair if you're really going slow.
Times have changed.
Yeah, right?
All right, so you got a couple of new machines. Now we come to Numero Trace, and is this kind of like the Learjet of the Rennstall booth?
Well, actually, this is more of the F-22 of the Rennstall world.
Touche.
Yeah. Very fast, very precise, and man, it'll kill you if you give it a chance.
Do tell.
With this machine, it's got the full factory race setup, which means we can take any factory tune, reproduce it from here, and that's what you'd find on your retail skis, on your race skis, everything. Okay. This machine, the way it's set up, we have 2 stones. Our first stone does a linear pattern, and the linear pattern actually breaks the ski down and flattens it out. Okay, and when I talk about patterns, I'm actually talking about structures in the skis. Okay, structure in the ski breaks your tension between your water layer. Okay, so if you had just 2 pieces of glass together, totally sticky. Okay, you have some structure on there, kind of like a record player. That water is able to shed out to the nearest edge and make you much quicker and much smoother on the snow. Much easier turning as well. So our first stone is our linear passing, which actually flattens your ski out by doing pattern tip to tail. Our finished stone, which really only touches the ski once or twice depending on the pattern you're putting on there. But this will just be our finished pattern, so it'll be just a perfect run. You'll never, I mean, it's total factory. We've got our trim disc unit, which is the same unit as we have over in the trim jet, but a little bit more automated. If you can actually see down where my finger's pointing here, those white tubs or the white cylinders, those are actually the digitally controlled bevel units. So besides the 7 presets that we have for bevels on this unit, we also have anywhere from 0.5 to 5, both side and base, that we can control just by the computer. Okay? This is our polish unit, which does just your tips and tails on your contact points, just so that we don't have to do much detune. And it is actually a little bit harder, gummy stone, we could say. So it does take off a little bit of edge, and that's actually 0.5 more than the bevel you set up on your edge unit. So it's just very smooth in and out of a turn.
The precision on this thing it's insane.
Yeah, it's crazy. And they've thought about stuff that most people don't think about. They actually have, as soon as the machine is turned on, there is a constant jet of water to actually self-clean the machine. So you're not getting buildup of edge and base material anywhere to hinder the machine's function. With this, you can actually go into the machine and see exactly what you've got going on at any given time, and you can show as many of the structures as you want. You can also just throw those onto the stone very easily. With 2 different stones, the pink stone doesn't have to get so beat up with all these different structures. Okay, and the nice thing about this machine as well is that with this, you also have doors to close off the inside and the outside of the machine, so the water stays in there, the noise stays in there, the smoke or mist, if any, and it is very, very quiet.
Zen ski tuning here at Rennstall this year.
Yeah, it's kind of nice.
I can't help but add that there's not going to be any chamomile tea consumed while you guys are zenning out, huh?
Not here. Not here. Maybe 9 or 10 Red Bulls, and we'll go from there. But see, last year, you and I couldn't stand here and talk like this.
True.
We would be yelling at each other, trying to get just points across.
And that really does have to add up over the course of a lot of long days over a long season for all your guys.
Yeah, exactly. And it's a lot of time. You know, your ears are ringing by the time you're done in the afternoon of work. And, you know, if we're going to be kind of like the factory and do 300 pairs of skis in an evening, well, got to keep my guys safe, got to keep them hydrated.
Keep them happy.
Keep them happy, exactly.
Well, is that it?
Well,
it's unfair to say.
Come on, seriously. Come on, really? Is that it? I mean...
Well, I thought maybe there might be one more all-time machine.
Well, there is one more all-time machine, but I'll show her later.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Eric Bowler, great to see you.
Great to see you.
Have
Thanks
a
for
wonderful
coming.
season.
Hey,
Absolutely,
you too.
always.
You
Make
too.
sure to get your skis and your snowboards tuned at Jan's Rennstall right here at PCMR, because this is the most fantastic equipment in the world, and you will rock on the slopes.